first of our Bible adventures, these monthly sessions from both St James's, Alveston and the Parish of Holy Trinity in Stratford-upon-Avon. Hopefully you've got your adventure box. If you don't have a box, you can probably improvise with what you've got at home, or contact us and we'll send one out to you. Shall we begin with a prayer?
I think it's a good idea. Start with a prayer.
Yeah.
Right. Now some actions during this, so I hope you're ready. You're going to put your hand behind your ears, point your head and your hand on your heart. So hopefully you know where your head is to begin with and your ears. So, loving God, thank you for the stories you give us. You show us how we should live. May we listen with our ears, hands behind the ears, understand with our minds, point to our head, and make space in our hearts. Amen.
Amen. Ooh.
Oh.
Here is a box. Here is the lid. I wonder whatever inside is hid.
Ooh.
Should we open the
Oh,
box?
let's open the box. Open the box.
Let it come out. It's an adventure without any doubt. So we have. Ooh. We've got some paper. Oh, we've got a word search.
Yay! I like word searches.
I've got some words to a song.
Ooh! Oh, deep blue sea. Oh.
And I've got some crafty things to do.
Ooh.
But I've got not.
Where's the snack?
I know. Why haven't we got the
Sure,
treat?
why have we got a treat? Maybe we've had too many treats.
Perhaps we have.
We've probably had too many
Perhaps
treats.
we have. But let us know what treat you get in your box, won't you?
Yeah.
For our first adventure, we're going to hear the story of Jonah the whale, who didn't always do what God wanted him to do. But believe that, let's sing our first song, which has to be called Jonah the Whale in the Deep Blue Sea.
How exciting!
You should be able to find the words in your box on a piece of paper. There's lots of bits of paper in there.
That one with the tree on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, couple of words.
You have all the words for the song that you need.
Yes.
All right. And in this song, there's lots of sea animals. So let's see if we can find them. We're going to start with.
Jonah the whale.
Okay.
We're going to whale.
See if we can find Jonah the whale.
Jonah.
Jonah. He's big, isn't he?
He's cool.
He's big. What's next?
Next is Trish the fish. Trish. Hi, Trish.
Brilliant. So you've got Trish the fish. And then we have.
Sid the squid.
Oh.
Sid. Oh, Sid the squid.
Quite big, isn't it?
That's quite big,
I
Sid.
know,
Yeah.
I know. What's next?
And finally, Mark the shark. Shark. Where's
I've got
Shark?
this one.
Oh, he's quite cool. Quite
Isn't
cute.
he? He is.
Oh.
Well, we've also got this one.
Wow, that is an impressive hat.
Thanks.
Wow.
Thank you.
Do you wear that going out?
I have been known to.
Yeah.
The redfish is also a hat, Phil. I just
Is
like
it?
to point that out
Oh, is it? Oh, sorry.
now. Yeah. Perfect. Perfect. Should we do the song?
I think we do the song now. Yeah. Definitely do the song.
Perfect.
Right.
Okay, we're going to start with Jonah the whale. And he swims in the
See!
I'm
Jonah the whale, and I swim in the sea. I swim in the water with my family. I'm Jonah the whale, and I don't want to be anybody else, 'cause I'm happy to be me in the deep blue sea.
in the deep blue sea.
In the deep blue sea. In the deep blue sea. Oh, the fish, Trish, the fish, and I live in the sea. I swim in the water with my family. I'm Trish, the fish, and I don't want to be anybody else, 'cause I'm happy to be me in the deep blue sea.
In the deep blue sea. In the deep
Blue sea. In the deep blue sea.
I'm sick.
The squid and I live in the sea. I swim in the water with my family. I'm sick, the squid, and I don't want to be anybody else, 'cause I'm happy to be in the deep blue sea. 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 I'm ready, get out of it. The shark and I swim in the sea. I swim in the water with my family. I'm not the shark and I don't want to be anybody else, 'cause I'm happy to be in the deep blue sea. 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 Bubble, bubble, bubble. Deep blue sea. Bubble, bubble, bubble. Deep blue sea. Bubble, bubble. Hey! Well done!
That was brilliant. I saw those actions.
They were great, weren't they? You did
weren't they?
fantastic.
Really, really,
Well
really
done.
good. Well done. That was so good.
And for our story today, we need your help as well. Now, Claire's going to join in, aren't you?
I am,
Yeah.
definitely.
She's been practicing lots and lots and
Uh-huh.
lots of this. And when I say certain words, there are things for you to do. So the story is about Jonah. And the thing with Jonah is, he wasn't happy. He groaned a lot and moaned a lot. So whenever I say groaner or groan, I'm going to do a big sigh. And when I say boat, because there's a boat in our story, you can make it like the waves. Yeah, and the problem sometimes with the boat, it's a bit choppy, so you go, whoa. And when I say forgive, we're going to use the sign language for forgive, which is to take your hand from your mouth downwards and then rub it on your palm and off. So, forgive. You got that? And then God, because yes, God does appear in our story. When I say God, we're going to use sign language for God, which is to point upwards. And whale, because there's a whale as well, go, oh, big whale, almost as big as our whale here. So let's just practice those, shall we? Groaner, groaned. Boat, whoa. Forgive. God. And whale. Whoa. Brilliant, let's go then. So Jonah was a groaner. That's right, a groaner. So when God told him to go to Nineveh and tell the people who live there to change their evil ways, what did Jonah do? Jonah groaned. Not Nineveh, he groaned. Anywhere but Nineveh, the people who live there are our enemies. And when he had stopped groaning, Jonah brought himself a ticket for a boat ride. A boat ride that would take him as far away from Nineveh as he could get. God listened as Jonah groaned. God watched him buy his ticket, but God still wanted Jonah to go to Nineveh. So, when the boat reached the deepest part of the sea, God sent a storm. God, help us, cried a sailor. We're sinking. God, save us, cried another. We're tipping over. God must be very angry with someone on board, cried the captain. And what did Jonah do? Jonah groaned. It's me. I'm the one God's angry with. He told me to go to Nineveh, and here I am sailing in the opposite direction. Throw me in the water, and all your troubles will be over. Forgive us, God, the sailors cried as they tossed Jonah into the water. And almost at once, the sea grew calm, and the boat, not quite so jumpy there, sailed on. Oh dear, groaned Jonah. I'm sinking! Oh no! Jonah groaned. I'm I'm going to drown. Oh my, Jonah groaned. That's a big whale. And before he could groan another groan, the whale opened its mouth and swallowed Jonah up. Big gulp. It was God who sent the whale to rescue Jonah and to give him time to think. There was plenty for the groaner to groan about. The whale's slimy stomach, the seaweed, the smell, but Jonah was still alive. And that was something to cheer about. So Jonah stopped his groaning and said a prayer. I was sinking, Lord. I was drowning, but you saved me. So now I will do whatever you want. 3 days later, the whale spat Jonah up on the beach. And Jonah kept his promise. He went straight to Nineveh and told the people that God wanted them to change their evil ways. 40 days is all you've got, he warned them. And if you haven't changed by then, God will destroy your city.
Oh, no.
Very nice.
No.
But the people of Nineveh listened. The people of Nineveh wept. And the people of Nineveh changed. From the king right down to the poorest person. They decided to do what was right. And God forgave them all. And what did Jonah do? Jonah groaned. He sat himself down in the shadow of a tree and he groaned. I knew this would happen. You're a loving God who loves to forgive. But I still don't like the people of Nineveh and I wish they'd been destroyed. I know. Jonah fell asleep, and during the night, God sent a worm to kill the tree. When Jonah awoke, he groaned. More than ever. The tree is dead, he groaned. And now I have no shade. Oh, Jonah, God sighed. You cry about this tree, but you care nothing for the people of Nineveh. I want you to forgive and to love them like I do. And finally, God added, I want you to stop being such a groaner.
I've got a rhyme.
What's your rhyme about?
What do you think it's about?
Chocolate.
No, Phil. Try again.
Fish!
Yeah.
Yay! Got
Yeah.
lots of fish in today.
There's lots of fish because if you look at this
Oh yeah?
sea, we've got lots of different
I
colours.
found Nemo!
Yeah, there's Nemo.
Nemo?
There's some pink fish.
Oh.
There's a spiky fish. So I thought we could go fishing.
Oh, exciting.
But when you go fishing, you have to be very quiet
Very, very, very quiet. Shh.
and very patient.
Oh, quiet and patient. I'm not very good at those.
Do you want to help me?
Oh, can I?
Yeah, so I think you should have a fishy tambourine.
I have a fish tambourine.
You need that. You need to find a cowbell.
A cow?
A cowbell.
Oh, a cowbell, not cows.
No, a cowbell.
Oh, I think this might be a cowbell.
That's the cowbell.
And is that the... This is gonna be fun.
And could you find... Oh, I said when we go fishing we have to be quiet, sir. Do you have a couple of shaky sounds? Yeah. One. Two. Shall we start? You could learn this at home. It's really good. It's really good. But you have to pretend to go fishing. So I've got a little fishing rod. I'm going to hold my fishing rod as if I'm at the seaside or at the river or at the lake. I'm going to find some fish.
Find some fish. Find some fish.
Sitting at the riverside, here I wait for all the little fishes to nibble at my bait.
Oh, close. So close.
Doesn't want to get on.
They're gonna catch it. Oh!
Pop them in the basket. 1, 2, 3. Salt them. Distance salting.
Distance salting.
Pepper. And eat them for my tea.
Yummy.
I must admit, I do like a fish finger sandwich.
Oh,
I do.
fish finger sandwich.
I do.
Salad
But-
cream?
Oh, yeah.
Salad cream or ketchup?
No, salad cream.
Salad cream.
Shall we put them back in the water?
I think we're going to let them go fly.
I think
fish
so.
fly.
Let's put
Bye-bye.
them back in the
Bye-bye.
water.
I need to get one of these. So, what you might want to do now is actually start on the word search. So in your box you should have a word search, just like that, and see what words from our story you can find inside the word search. Now after the story I need a drink, so I'm a bit thirsty after that. Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
Lots of singing, lots of stories.
Singing stories, need a drink.
Yeah.
Now I wonder, how would you describe my drink? How much drink would you say I've got left? Would you say that it's half full or that it's half empty? What do you think?
Well, I think it's half full.
Half full?
Yeah.
I'd be doing to half empty maybe. Because sometimes we have there's an expression, but actually they both mean the same, don't they? Half empty, half full.
It's the same
It's the
amount
same
of
amount.
drink, isn't it?
But it's kind of how you look at it really. Because it might be thought, if you were to say it's half empty, that you're looking at the kind of the sadder, negative side. Because, you've already drunk half your drink and you've only got a bit left. But to look on the positive side, like Claire does, Claire did a brilliant thing there where she said half full. Because actually we're saying that we've still got half our drink to go. So it's more positive. And you might have heard that expression about a person, that somebody's a half full kind of person or a half empty kind of person. Someone that's half empty means that they're always looking on the negative, the kind of downside. Now I would say Jonah, what do you think Jonah was like in our story?
Oh.
Half full or half empty?
I think he was half empty.
He
He did a
was-
lot of groaning,
There was a lot of groaning and a lot of moaning.
wasn't there?
But God, what do you think what kind of person God would be?
Well, I don't think he's half empty.
No.
I think he's half full.
I think half full as well, wouldn't you? Yeah, I agree. That God kind of would look at the positive things. Like, instead of being sad about the people in Nineveh and the bad things they'd done, he was happy about the fact they changed. And he focused on the good they would do, rather than the bad they'd already done. So as you start to go back to school or nursery, why not try and see things the way God does, to focus on the good? Because things might be different and there will be changes. But rather than think about what's bad about the change, let's look for the good things, the positive side to it. The chance maybe to see your friends again, or a chance to make new friends, exciting new things to learn. And even if you're worried about going to school or about going out, the great thing is that by going out, it means you can come home and have a big hug, which I think is one of the best things possible. And remember that God is always with you, surrounding you with his love. So let each of us try and always to remember to look and be half full rather than half empty.
So in your box, Phil, have
Yes.
a look. You should be able to find one of these,
Ooh.
which looks like a pencil, but it's not a pencil. It's a scratchy thing.
Ah, scratchy thing.
Not for your head. No, it's a scratchy thing. But these are really good at doing something called a scratch art. Okay.
Ooh.
So in your box you should have a black sea animal. Now there's lots of different ones. I don't know what you've got in your box, but I've got here to show you.
Sebastian!
That's Sebastian. And this is
Sid the squid.
Sid the squid. And what have you got?
I've got a starfish.
You've got a starfish. And the idea is that you use your sticky thing and you can scratch the pattern.
Oh, so underneath it's not all black then?
It's not all black.
Oh.
No. No, so it's like the light coming through, the colours coming through. Yeah?
That's brilliant, that is.
I know. So you need to find your scratchy stick and make a nice pattern on it. And then in the box as well, for your grown-ups to help you with, there's a little tiny black magnet which has got a little bit of tape on the back. So you can turn your scratchy picture, when you've done it, into a magnet and you can stick it on the fridge.
Brilliant.
So you can remember what you've been doing today and what you've been listening about and learning about.
Fantastic.
So we have that. And then the other thing in the box is a badge.
I haven't got a badge.
No, Phil, I've not given you a badge because it's got a pin on the back. And I thought you might hurt yourself if you opened the badge yourself. So I've got your badge, but in your box you've got the circles.
I've got a circle.
Yeah, so we've got those, and we've got some pencils. So you've got some colouring pencils at home, but you've also got some in your box. But you can do your badge with anything, really. And I thought that we could make the badge something nice and positive.
Positive kind of thing, yeah. That sounds a really good idea. Kind of in our story, wasn't it? Jonah was not very positive, was he? But we've been thinking here today, haven't we, about how maybe we can change the way we see things, but rather than being sad and down, try and look for the good things in something. And maybe our badge could actually show to people that we see things like that. So maybe we could encourage other people with our badge, or what we put on it, to kind of be positive for other people. So Claire, what are you putting on your badge?
Well, I've done a rainbow, actually.
Ah!
Yeah, I've done a rainbow, because I think at the moment there's lots of rainbows. We've seen lots of rainbows, haven't we, in lockdown. And so it's quite a happy, positive sign, a rainbow.
Yeah.
And on a beautiful day like today as well, we might actually see a rainbow if it starts to rain later.
Could do.
And then I put my mum's name on there, so I can say a prayer for my mum. And I've just put the word happy on my badge.
That's brilliant. And it's made sometimes how the simplest thing you can do is to smile. Because if you smile at somebody, you'll often find that they'll smile back. And so having that on your badge to be happy, that's really great and encouraging. And actually with these as well, with our scratch art, where it all seems dark and dull, but underneath we've got the colours and the excitement. So maybe with your scratch art picture, that can remind you that even in the dark, sad times, that there can be happy things afterwards. And you might want to write a message on your magnet as well. I think these are going to be brilliant.
Idea.
Yeah.
Lovely idea. So when you've done your badge, you need your grown-ups to click it together for you. And then, because it has a pin on the back, you might want them to pin it onto your top, onto your jacket.
Yeah.
And the magnets can go anywhere, really.
Yeah, anywhere they stick.
Yeah, but we'd like to see them.
Yeah.
We'd like to see them. We would like to see your smiley faces, and we'd like to see what you've made and learned and enjoyed from your adventure box today. So get your grown-ups to take a picture and pop it over to us on one of our Facebook pages or on an email. Doesn't really matter, we'll find it.
We'll find it, yeah, as long as you send it to us. Yeah. Fantastic.
And we'll make sure that the people in the church that you'd normally see know that you're still doing things and you're still working with us and enjoying your time with us.
Oh, I can't wait to see what we're going to get.
I know, amazing.
Brilliant. It's time for our next song now, and it's called My Lighthouse. Some of you might know this song, some of you may not. But it's a great song that reminds us that even in the dark and troubled times, God's light will still see us through. A bit like with Jonah, that he was lost and didn't know what to do, but by following God's example, he overcame a lot of things, and hopefully we can do the same.
In my wrestling, in my doubts, in my failures, you won't walk
Sid the Squid?
I haven't, no.
So, in your box,
Yes.
there should have been a treat.
Yeah, there was no treat.
I know, because you would have opened it and we would have got nothing done.
Yeah, that's quite
Today.
true, actually.
So, have a look.
I got a treat. Have I been good then?
You've been really good. It's been really fun.
It's been good fun. I've
has
enjoyed
been
it.
good fun. Yeah.
Well, shall we finish with a prayer?
Yeah.
So let us pray. Loving God, thank you for stories to share and to learn from. Help us to remember Jonah, to always see things half full, looking at the positives. And when things are difficult, may we always remember that you love us and are with us. Amen.
Amen.
Well, we're looking forward to joining us for our next Bible adventure. I can't wait to see what it's going to be. But we've got now our final responses. And for this, we're going to keep saying we go, but you've got to get louder each time, okay? Yeah?
Okay.
So we go in joy and laughter. We go.
go.
We go to play and to share. We go.
We go.
We go to learn and to love. We go! Very loud. Go in peace to love and serve the Lord. Amen.
Amen.